So as I'm coming down the stairs with this bin, I'll get pushed down the stairs. I'll go down about four flights of stairs, lay on this square, and fucking hell, they get hold of me, they hold me down, and they try to stab me, but he ripped my belly open with a standing knife, yeah? 2 slices with a standing knife. All of a sudden he comes, I see him come, I pull back, and I've got this big bit of wood, and I smashed him across the head about 3 times, mate. I opened his head right up, smashed it to pieces, yeah? Now the screws fucking going mad. Bash, one opens the door. This other screw got a big beard. He's a rugby player, but he's a block screw, yeah? He's massive, yeah? He hits me on the chin. I fall back to the, which is about what? A metre and a bit. Fall back to the window. As I fall back, now I'm really aware of what he's trying to do to me. So I rush forward, whack. I've hit him around the solar plexus, but what I don't realise is, he's gone down like a sack of potatoes, and they pull him out the door. They pull him out and slam my door. But what I don't realise, I've smashed his spleen. I've done his spleen, yeah? I know I'm in serious shit. There's no way I'm going to get away with it. I'm serious shit. Any minute now they're going to come through that door. They're going to grab me, but I don't realise what they're going to do to me, yeah? So I can hear them rushing about. I can hear them whistling outside. I'm pooing myself, right? As they open the door to rush in, someone puts a gun through the door. Not a 38 or 48 or 22. This is a dart gun. Boom. They shoot me, yeah? Tranquilise me, yeah? But they don't shoot me once, shoot me, boom, boom. I hit the floor. You know, all of a sudden I wake up and I'm about 3 or 4 inches from the floor. And I'm strapped up in a straitjacket. And they're throwing water over me, right? Buckets of water hosing me down, yeah? That's what we're going to do. We're going to put you on a charge called a 1074. And I'm now, believe it or not, between 8.5, 9 stone, from 19.5 stone. You can imagine, I'm nearly dead, mate.
So what's going on, people? Welcome back to KRN TV. We'll bring you the most exciting interviews from around the world. Today, delighted to be back in London with the channel's favourite guest and my good friend, Bang Bang Rail. How we doing, Ray?
All right, mate. Nice, Christian.
So the thing that I wanted to concentrate on here today specifically, we touched on it a little bit before when we were doing your sort of general life story, and you said about how you get moved back, was the thing they known as, I think it's the Ghost Train, was it the rule 1064?
1074.
1074.
Yeah, 1074.
So you ended up getting put on this before, didn't you?
Yeah. Mine happened in the Scrubs.
So what sentence were you? What had you gone to jail for? Like, what sentence were you serving at this point?
I was armed robberies, mate. Armed robberies, yeah. On security calls and.
So what were you doing? A big stretch were you doing?
I was doing. I think then I'm not quite sure. You know, I'm not quite sure. I was doing. I got a 22 knocked down to 11 at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you were in the Scrubs, and how did you get put on this? Were you obviously
no, I went.
acting
No, I wasn't at the Scrubs when I got to 1074.
Okay.
I was in Albany when I got to 1074. But it all really starts off.
Okay.
You know, but I go to Albany. What happened in Albany?
And how long have you been in for at this point then?
I've done about 5 years. 5.5 years.
Yeah, so you're nearly at the end.
No, not really, mate. Because
did you say you got reduced to 11 then?
I've done 9 years out of it all told.
Okay.
I've done 9 years out of it all told. But anyway, yeah. What it was, I was in the kitchen. Our job was in the kitchen, obviously. So, but sometimes if there's any trouble up in the wing, we'd get on the hot plate. Albany was a good nick, you know, and there wasn't really much trouble there at all. But when it was, we had to go serve the food. And this particular time was a Thursday, I think, or Wednesday or Thursday, is the fry-up day, yeah? Egg, bacon, sausage, tomato, fry, slice, and all that. It's a tea time thing, yeah? Anyway, so there was a bit of trouble, so we had to go and do the hot plates, me and a couple of other guys. And we were getting right to the very end of the hot plate, finishing, and this black guy I know called The Tank. Nice fella, big, plays basketball, powerful geezer, does a lot of training. And I got to know him, I could talk to him, and he wasn't all that bloods clut. He was a nice fella, yeah. Anyway, so I'm serving the food out, all the food, everything. All of a sudden, right at the very end, we put about 6 or 7 eggs on a plate, sausages, all that for us, yeah. He comes down and I give him a lot of stuff, yeah, lots of food, and I give him a couple of eggs. I put the stuff back in the hot plate. As I went to put the other tray back in the hot plate, he nicked the eggs off. He nicked all the eggs. I went, oh, hold up, Tank, put the eggs back, mate. He went, fuck off. I said, what? He said, you heard what I said? I went, listen, put the eggs back, mate. He went, I ain't put them back, blah, blah, and all that. I thought it's the first time I've ever heard him come into that scene, yeah? So I thought, hold up, okay. So I got my tray with my food, I come round. I said, get in the toilet. Right, the screws are there and everything. I said, get in the toilet, you. As I went to put my tray down near the toilet door, as he walked up the stairs, he went to kick me in the face. I pulled back. I said, get in the fucking toilet. Got in the toilet, and I knew this guy was a very, very strong, so I'm trying to fight him, but then I realised it's better to box this guy. We're all big, I'm a lump, he's a lump, yeah? So I'm boxing him, yeah? So all of a sudden, through right hand, he ducked his head, and I hit this big thing that goes round the staircase, a big metal thing goes round, alley thing goes round the staircase, nearly broke my knuckles, yeah? Anyway, the screws broke it all up, right, broke the fight up, put us upstairs to our cells. Upstairs to our cells, everybody's banged up, yeah? Everybody's banged up for the night because of it, yeah? Because of all the aggravation that's gone on, so they let no one out of here, because they know there's going to be trouble. Anyway, in the morning, in Albany, right, you either have a wooden wedge under your door, or you put a nail in, you knock a hole in the floor and put a nail in to stop people coming in, because they're electric doors, they go click, and that means the lock's off, they can open the door and come in. If they're going to do something to you, it's quite easy, yeah? So everybody's got wedges and nails, yeah? Well, a nail and a wedge. All of a sudden the door went click. Out of nowhere, my fucking door tried to open up, right? And it opened up about an inch, 2 inches, maybe a bit more than that. And that tank stabbed me, tried to stab me with a knife, but it was a plastic knife he made up. He's made this plastic knife up, yeah? And it was, listen mate, if it had gone in me, it'd have killed me, you know what I mean? He missed me, yeah? So I jumped up out of my bed, all I had was a pair of shorts on, jumped up in bed like a lunatic, tried to get the wedges out, and I couldn't get them out so quick because he's already smashed the door. But I eventually got him out, and I'm chasing him upstairs, and he locked his door. Now I know that he's going to try and kill me, so well, I've got to be very careful here, yeah? Very careful. So anyway, on a Thursday, I always remember the Thursday day, I used to do the cleaning, like clothes, jeans, t-shirts, and all that, people are working. So they put their stuff out, all the sheets and blankets, I'll collect it, take it down to the first floor, put it all out and put it into bins, yeah? So as I'm coming down the stairs with this bin, I'll get pushed down the stairs. I'll go down about four flights of stairs, lay on this square, and fucking hell, they get hold of me, they hold me down, and they try to stab me, but he ripped my belly open with a standing knife, yeah? 2 slices with a standing knife. Being that I was really powerful and really big, I managed to get up, you know, and I managed to sort of like have a fight and get away, yeah? So I got back to my cell, and I put these sheets and blankets, I think, well, not sheets, blankets, but sheets around my belly to support. I didn't want to go to the hospital because I knew there'd be trouble there, they were going to ship me out or other things, so I've got to be very, very careful. So I go back to the kitchen, but I'm very aware now that he's going to try and kill me, so I've got to do something about it, yeah? So this is about a week, 2 weeks later, I noticed on the television room, there's a big square block of wood with a handle comes out of it that holds the door, stop the door from shutting, yeah? So I come up, I said to my mate, to the guy at the screw, I said, do you want to go a bit early please? He went, no, that's all right. So I shot upstairs, got this big bit of wood by the door, I'm waiting for this. I knew that this geezer comes in late, I knew he comes in late. Kitchen comes in at the very, very end, yeah? But comes in late, anyway, all of a sudden he comes in, I see him come, I pull back, and I've got this big bit of wood, and I smashed him across the head about 3 times, but I opened his head right up, smashed it to pieces, yeah? Now the screws fucking going mad. Bang him up, bang him up. They bang me up. I hear all the doors crashing, crash. All the doors are crashing, yeah? So I know I'm in trouble now anyway. I know the screws are going to come and get me. But all I'm going to get is nicking, you know what I mean? I don't care if a monkey gets shipped out, who cares, yeah? But as I slammed the door, I heard them all running down the passageway, the Spurs. They come rushing down. Bash, one opens the door. This other screw got a big beard. He's a rugby player, but he's a block screw, yeah? He's massive, yeah? He hits me on the chin. I fall back which is about what? A metre and a bit. Fall back to the window. As I fall back, now I'm really aware of what he's trying to do to me. So I rush forward, whack. I've hit him around the solar plexus, but what I don't realise is he's gone down like a sack of potatoes, and they pull him out the door. They pull him out and slam my door. But what I don't realise, I've smashed his spleen. I've done his spleen, yeah? But anyway, pull him out, smash the door. Now I know that I am in serious shit. I know I'm in serious shit. There's no way I'm going to get away with it. I'm serious shit. Any minute now they're going to come for that door. They're going to grab me, but I don't realise what they're going to do to me, yeah? So I can hear them rushing about. I can hear them whistling outside. I'm pooing myself, right? As they open the door to rush in, someone puts a gun through the door. Not a 38 or 48 or 22. This is a dart gun. Boom. They shoot me, yeah? Tranquilise me, yeah? But they don't shoot me once. Shoot me, boom, boom. I hit the floor. But I'm aware, all my muscles in my body are gone. They're all just gone. But I'm aware what's going on, yeah? And they're smashing me to pieces with truncheons. They're kicking me, booting me, bashing me up. They knock me unconscious, yeah? I'm unconscious anyway because they come back and put another jab into my neck, yeah? I'm unconscious and I wake up. It can't be no other place. It can't be Camp Hill. It's got to be Parkhurst because Camp Hill's not an A cat nick or B cat nick. It's a C cat nick, and C cat, and they're not going to send me there. It's like, come on, only one place. It can only be Parkhurst, yeah? So I'm in there. I'm aware that my hands are strapped to the side, yeah? And I'm sort of like very dizzy. You know, all of a sudden I wake up and I'm about 3 or 4 inches from the floor, and I'm strapped up in a straitjacket, and they're throwing water over me, right? Buckets of water holding me down, yeah? It's like, what's going on? It's like a film. This is mad. This is crazy. The only things you see is when people are making films about these sort of things, yeah? Anyway, they're throwing water over me, they're jabbing me up again in my neck and knocking me unconscious, yeah? And when I eventually do wake up, they take me down. They're dragging me to the office, yeah? An office. They drag me to an office, and in there's a deputy governor, or AG, or whatever it is, yeah? He's saying to me, okay, Mr. Hill, he said, this is a very serious charge. The prison officer you've hit, you smashed his spleen. This is an outside court charge. This is, we want to get police involved, but we don't want to get police involved. And it's not an outside court charge for us. What we're going to do, we're going to put you on a charge called a 1074. I can't even speak. I'm just fucking zonked out. I don't know what he's talking about. We're going to put you on a thing called a 1074. He's trying to explain to me that it means indefinite, really. It's like an indefinite charge. It never ends, yeah? The only time it ends is when they want it to end. So it means you're going to hit every block. You don't ever go up on the wing. You hit every block in the country. You're no longer in that block for 28 days. It's the most you can be in that block. The less time is 1 day. No more. 1 day to 28 days. They can come and get you 1.5 days and chip you out. But anyway, I'm not aware of it. I only get to hear about this later. So they're dragging me along. They drag me along up the stairs in the sort of block, up the stairs to the van, throw me in the back of the van. I'm aware of me being on a transport. I'm aware of me being on water. Yeah. So I'm going across the Solent now. So I get to the other side. The only prison I should think that they take me to is Winchester. Yeah, it's the nearest one. So they take me to Winchester, but I can remember the van reversing up. I can't remember it reversing up, but I know it's going backwards, yeah? They pull me out and they drag me down the stairs. I'm hitting every stair with my bare feet. All I've got is a pair of shorts and this t-shirt, and a vest t-shirt thing. They're dragging me down the stairs. This is a 1074. This is a ghost train. You ain't gonna get off this train ever, right? So they're dragging me down the stairs, but I'm aware as I'm going along on the landing, I'm aware on the right hand side, as I'm being pulled along, cells are to the left, on the right hand side, there's mattresses, yeah? And there's truncheons, white truncheons, well, they got to be white truncheons, they can't be nothing else, right? And the mattresses have got handles on them, yeah? They've pushed me in the cell and they're battering me now, they're bashing me up in the cell, yeah? I'm on the floor, they come up and jab me again in the neck, I'm knocked out. They come in and they take the jacket off, all my jacket off, all the straight jacket off, they need to jab me up, yeah? They're taking it all off, I'm smashed to pieces, yeah? They then come in the cell, they come in with a bowl, a metal bowl, a metal plate actually, it's about an inch deep. They come in with a plastic bowl and a cup, plastic cup. But the metal bowl, the metal plate, they come in with a little plastic spoon, a little plastic spoon that they do the medications with, yeah? So I'm there and also they come in with something, I don't know what it was, they put it on the plate, yeah? It smelt like pig's food, like shit. It smelt unbelievable, yeah? And it's as if whatever nick that I've come from, like Albany or wherever I come from, this has happened, they've concocted some sort of food and put it into a big dustbin, and that's the food I'm going to eat all through this sentence. But I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know what a day in prison, because I've done quite a bit of bird anyway before and other times, you get quite aware of the time limit, you know, times. But I didn't. I was unconscious and conscious all the time and being jabbed up, yeah? So they leave this food in the thing, they go outside. I put the spoon into the food. It smelled like poo. I put it in, tried to eat, and I couldn't eat it, yeah? It was all wet and it was horrible, right? And then I got to the bowl. The bowl was similar, custard in it with this fucking whatever was in there, and it stunk terrible, yeah? And I tried to eat a bit of it, and I spewed out a bit. And then in the cup there was water. And as I drank the water, I felt myself go, yeah? So they put something in the water, I felt myself go, I'm gone, right? All of a sudden, I wake up, but the plates are gone, everything's gone, right? I don't know what's going on, I'm in the cell. But I notice that there's slats, like you can see outside, yeah? But not windows, only these slat things, like this glass, you know, into the walls. And I stood up and I could see out onto the exercise, like a yard exercise, but only thin. And I was looking at it and I was in a right bad way, and they come in my cell, steamed in my cell with truncheons and smashed me to pieces. I'm on the floor and they've given it to me really, really bad. Then they leave the same thing again. Now, in them days, there's no toilets. All there is a piss pot, and that's all I had. Mattress was about half an inch thick. That was it. There wasn't no big mattresses, and that was on a piece of wood on the floor, yeah? Everything in that cell was cardboard barring the bed. It was on the floor, and I'm going, what? I can't believe it. This is a film, you know, it's like craziness. And then the food's there, and I look at it again, it's the same sort of food, it's nothing different, no porridge, nothing. It's got to be first in the morning. I can't remember, it could be, I don't know, it could be tea time, I don't know, yeah, where the time.
Were you able to talk in that? Sorry to interrupt you, were you shouting out the window to the other fellas down the
No, that's what you are, you're a complete vegetable, you don't know what to do. You can't really see people walking around the exercise yard.
Yeah.
You can't, it's just an exercise yard, yeah? The times that you're more likely want to see them people walking around the yard, it's the times they come in and jab you up. They must be aware that you can maybe shout, scream, but they're not, it's a block. It's no wind. It's a window, yeah. So it's not. There's nothing that you can shout out to people. It's maybe 2 inches thick, that bit of glass. You don't know, yeah. So there every day it seems to be they're doing the same thing, the same food, same shit. I'm not eating it, but I've got to eat. If I don't eat, I'm gonna die, yeah. So I've got to eat. But the only thing what you don't understand is there's a piss pot in there, and that's it, with no lid or nothing. You've got to piss and shit. So when you piss and shit, you're pissing and shit in a pot that they don't empty. So when you actually do what you got to do, you're in there maybe for a day, maybe for 28 days. But imagine being there 28 days and they don't empty that pot. Imagine. So that means that everything that you're peeing and you're pooing, because I ain't eating a lot anyway, so I ain't really pooing that much or weeing that much, yeah? But that's all going over the side of the pot. So you're living in that as well, and it's like a film you could never imagine, yeah? And then all of a sudden, one morning, I think it's morning time, they come in, but get me up, straight jacket me, put me in a straight jacket, drag me down, drag me up the stairs now. I'm naked, I've got my shorts, my top, they smash me up the stairs, my feet are hitting every stair, yeah? So now, I'm in a van, there's 4 or 5 screws in there, and they're doing the exact same things, they're prodding you, bashing you with truncheons, yeah? You think, what's going on, mate? I'm never ever gonna survive this. I mean, I've been in that cell maybe I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, I don't know. And they're coming in bashing me every day, and I don't know what. Am I going to survive this? Am I going to die? Don't forget, I'm 19.5 stone then. I'm massive. I'm powerful. So I'm quite aware that I can handle all these blows they're giving me. Yeah. But as I'm moving to nick, because you're not eating the same shit they're giving you, you become now you're white, but you become black because you're black because of bruises. You get smashed to pieces, your hands are smashed to pieces, your arms are smashed to pieces. But not only are they smashed to pieces, but you're losing weight. And you're not in no sunshine, you're not getting no, so you're dark anyway. You're dark as well, yeah? So they're coming in the same thing every day, they're bashing you up, yeah? They're smashing you to pieces with the truncheons and they're jabbing you up regular, right? The jab's worse than being bashed up. Painful, man. The stuff they put in you is so painful you won't believe, yeah? So the pain is unbelievable, and they're coming in bashing you up. But they realise that if they're bashing you up, they've got to be very careful about killing you. You know, they don't want to kill you because it's a murder charge. You know, you've been in the block. They've got to write some paperwork out. But I'm very lucky that they didn't. But the only reason they didn't kill me is because my old mum, God rest her soul, my mum, right? She followed me. She was also phoning up prisons, Albany prison, to find out where I was. They're saying they didn't know where we was. Then she got onto her MP. The MP made it so busy they had to let my mum know what prisons I was in. I might not have even been in that prison, but I might have been moved to another prison by the time I get to that prison. So they couldn't kill me. It'd be very, very hard, you know. You might die of a heart attack, I don't know, yeah. So this goes on it seems to go on for forever, you know. It seems to go on forever. It doesn't end. I'm getting battered. And now, I remember I'm 19.5 stone, yeah. I'm losing weight. It goes out of fashion. I can see in myself that I'm losing weight. I'm getting jabbed up every day. The jabs are killing me. I've got to eat this food. The food is changing because they realise that I've got to eat. If I don't eat, I'm going to die. So they realise they've got to give me food, but they give me the lowest food they can possibly give me just to survive, yeah? And the drink, they give me tea now and again or cocoa now and again to drink to survive, yeah? But it's still putting stuff in the drinks to knock me out and they're still jabbing me up, yeah? So this goes on for, it seems, a lifetime, yeah? It seems forever, mate. It just goes on and on and on, where they're battering me so much. And the worst times is when you go to a prison, right? I went to a prison, right, and these 2 screws, yeah, that I blocked screws that had to come in and do what they come and do. You could see they was more fucking against it. They was more giving him some milk, giving him some food, giving him something. Look at this
A bit humane.
Yeah, you know, because you got to remember, a lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. You just bashed up a screw, yeah. You've just bashed up one of their people. So now you've got to suffer the consequences, and their consequences are worse than you could ever do. And these people are supposed to be looking after you, caring for you, and all they want to do is kill you. Really, if they could, yeah. And they're supposed to be the ones, and you're thinking, mate, I ain't going to get through this. I know I'm not going to get through it. I'm going to die here. One day, they come and got me. They didn't put a straitjacket on me. They shipped me out here. I was in the back of the van. It seemed like 2 hours, 3 hours in the van. And I can only think that it was Dartmoor that they sent me to. Because being in Dartmoor block was like being in I've never been so fucking cold in my life. Freezing cold. The water and the condensation from the prison was running down the walls. It was filthy dirty, freezing cold, and I can only think it's Dartmoor, yeah? They don't give you no blankets, they don't give you no sheets, all they give you is that little bit of a mattress, yeah, on the floor. So the only thing you can do is get onto the stone bed and put the mattress over you for the heat, yeah? Well, you've got a pair of shorts. Don't forget, I've not changed now. It seems like forever. I've still got the same stuff on. So you can imagine, I'm pooing, I ain't got no paper to wipe my arse, I'm in a right bad way, I'm weeing, my wee sometimes is running down my legs because there's nothing else I can do about it, you know what I mean? They're not humane, as you say, yeah? Or inhumane, yeah? Anyway, so this goes on for another, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, and I'm battered, and I'm now being shipped to another prison, and it's called Chelmsford Prison, yeah? And I go in the block in Chelmsford Prison, and I wake up in the corner, and I can't believe it, there's a bed there. There's a bed. There's a cupboard. There's a table. There's a chair. And I'm waking up, I think it's a fucking dream, I can't believe it, yeah? But I'm black, I'm black, all my body's black through being beaten up and being that I've lost so much weight. My body's changed, yeah? And everything's like, because you're so thin, and I'm now, believe it or not, between 8.5, 9 stone, from 19.5 stone. You can imagine, I'm nearly dead, mate. And the door opens up, and as I cower back, and every time this happens, I get upset, yeah? Because the screw come in, he said, Ray, Jack said, it was an old boy called Jack said, he said, Ray, no more, mate, it's over. It's all. And I got really upset, I cried like a baby, you know what I mean? Because for that to happen to me, I couldn't believe it. And I cowered in the corner. He said, it's over now, no more, finished. You're back. You know, you're going to put you on the wing in a week or something. But we've got to get you back to normal. Doctor come in, doctor took my blood pressure, everything, and he said, Jack said, told me that he was very surprised that I survived this. And it's only my strength that got me out of it, yeah? And that's it, really. That's just 1074.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it must have been like you've got given your life back, like you say.
Yeah,
emotional
my life come back, mate. They give me it back, you know, without you know, without my mum.
Well, you've got to say thank God for your mum. Otherwise, you'd probably still be in the ghost train now, not knowing what's going on without family. People
they can. Well, that's it. This is how people get killed in prison, yeah.
And did you ever find out from your mum when you eventually spoke to her how long you'd been on it or how long she hadn't spoken?
Mum said about 4 or 5 months I was on it.
And how many jails do you reckon they went to that time?
I don't know.
Not a clue.
I don't know. I ain't got a clue. You could be. Don't forget, you're getting drugged up. You're not aware. You're being moved all the time in vans. It could be 20 prisons. It could be 30 prisons. You don't really know yet, but you know that you're in maybe you're in prisons, the same prison maybe twice, 3 times when they bring you back to the prison. 9 times out of 10, I should imagine they bring you back to the prison where you're going to get a good hiding. You know, sometimes, as I told you, I went to a prison, there was 2 screws there that was very against what they was doing. They tried to give me food and looked after me a little bit, yeah. Perhaps that was a prison, you know, that they thought, they're going to kill these kids, you know. I've gone through too much, mate.
Well, thank God you made it through it, and thank God for your mum. Rest in peace to your mum.
Lovely.
For getting through it. That's incredible. So like I say, I bet you're a little bit more careful about punching any screws after that. In future.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I had to. I went the other way, you know. But being the what I was, when I was in Chelsea prison, Chelsea brought me back to reality because there's good people there, my own people, yeah, people that I've been away with in Albany before, people I've been in my other prisons, you know. So it became the best prison I've ever been to, you know what I mean, Chelsea prison, you know. And that burnt down. I was there and it burnt down. And there was a guy in there called George Wilkinson, and I was in the. I mean, this thing upset me, mate, because I thought about it. You know, that this is what happens. This has happened to me. This is what's going to happen to him, yeah. And the chief of the prison was gay, yeah, big gay guy. He said to me, "Look, there's a guy just coming in called Wilkinson. Would you look after him?" I thought it was Jimmy Wilkinson from the Wembley lot, from Ealing, that I know very well, but it wasn't. It was a guy called George Wilkinson. George Wilkinson took a hostage, I think it was Parkhurst, he wanted a helicopter, because he was a scout, I think. He wanted to get back to his mum. His mum couldn't travel that distance to Parkhurst, so he took hostage, yeah. He couldn't win, he can't win. He wanted a helicopter. When they eventually got hold of him, big guy, 6'1", 6'2". I'm not quite sure. Didn't I give you the book?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah. And in that book there's a number in there, 131549 Hill. That's me. Yeah, I remember that number. That's the number they give me. That's the number that I'll carry with me most of my sentences. Yeah. So the book's called Frightened for Your Life, and what it is, this guy George Wilkinson, a big bit in there about him. They've done the same thing to him as what they've done to me, but they've done it in a way that they killed him, yeah? They put him on so much drugs, Largactil, Megadone, I don't know what they put him on, so many pills, yeah? But when he was in Chelsea prison, they got me to look after him, and he was a big guy. And they put him in the cell one day. I could hear screaming and shouting. I watched downstairs, it was in his cell, he had this big locker above his head, because it was very high in Chelsea prison, the cells were round at the top. And he had this big thing, and he was weak as a kitten, normally. Big guy, but weak, because of all the stuff they give him, yeah? And he had this big thing, this big table above his head, or big locker, to smash the screws with. And I got, whoa, George, whoa, behave yourself, mate. So he put, and he talked like that. They give him so many drugs, yeah? The way I'm going to kill him. I said, George, listen, go upstairs to my cell, but don't smash my cell up, George. All right? He went upstairs to my cell, sat in there, I just cleaned his cell out. It was all shit way over the floor. There was all way over the poo over the floor. So I cleaned it all up, yeah. George in my cell, went upstairs, give him a coffee, give him some tea bags, coffee, everything, yeah. Goes back down to his cell, everything's sweet. So the screw says to me, can't you take him down the gym? So I took him down the gym to try and do a bit of training. And he couldn't, he's weak, he couldn't do nothing, because all massive he was. He couldn't do nothing, red hair guy. Anyway, one day, he's going to come down the gym. George, come on. No, I'll go down the gym, mate. So he went to the television room, we went down the gym. All of a sudden I heard the alarm bell go. Like, fucking what's going on, yeah? And they took George down the block. The screws had got hold of him, smashed him up, bashed him up, what they done to him, buckled him up, took him down the block. So when I come back on the wing, I go, what's going on? They go, well, he's gone in the television room, he got all the Jimmy, he got all the Tibbses in there, he got all Alan Dixon's in there, Fraser's in there, you got Ludlow in there, all my pals. Dangerous people, mate. A lot of dangerous people. And George Wilkinson goes in there, under drugs, like they put me on, but not so powerful. Goes in the television room, turns the television over, in front of all that lot, yeah? They're all going mad. I'm going to smash the television up now. What? They've gone mad. Get him out of here, we'll kill him. They've got him out, took him down the block. I've come up. I want to find out where he is. He's in the block. But in Chelsea prison, they never had a block as such. It was just mattresses, yeah? I goes in there, he's laying on the mattress. Gone. Everybody have jabbed him up. So I'm shaking him up, trying to. We go, oh, Ray, please don't let them send me nowhere. Let me stay here. I love you, please. Don't let them send me away. Right. So when I come out of the block, the chief sits there. I said, come on, chief. He said, Ray, we can't let him stay in, mate. We can't let him stay in this prison. He's going to either get killed or kill someone, yeah? So they shipped him out, yeah? They shipped him out, and I think it's a big thing in that book. They shipped him to all different hospitals, and eventually they killed him, yeah? They killed him, OD'd him on drugs, yeah? And
rest in peace, too.
Rest in peace, George. And that's what happens when you get involved with things in prison. So, you know, the best thing you can do is don't go to prison.
Yeah, and if you do, or you end up having to go there, or you're there right now doing this, you can't fight the system and beat the system. Just keep your head down and get out, because look what happened to Ray. Ray, lucky to get through it. But
I know it was big, 19.5 stone, mate.
A lot of people don't, like he says, George, end up dying through trying to fight the system.
There's loads of people died in prison.
Lots of people die in prisons, and they might make it look like suicide. They might make it look like...
Exactly. Yeah.
So guys, take this in, take gems from Ray. So Ray, would like to say big thank you for today.
Thank you very much.
Guys, would like to say if you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Also like to say please subscribe to Ray's channel, Bang Bang Ray Hill. He puts out videos most days, great stuff on his channel.
Lovely,
He's also just got on Instagram as well. So please follow him on Instagram as well. And I'd like to say a shout out to the Collins Greengrocers, Phil and Ross.
Good people.
They gave me and Ray a box of fruit each today and veg. So
lovely.
Much appreciated.
Thanks, mate.
But guys, hope you enjoy this, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Lovely. Thank you.